Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, nice
Hi.
to meet you.
So to start, I like that this show, like on paper, it feels like Lost because it's a plane crash, but it's also the most dangerous game, and these characters are being hunted
Mhm.
throughout it. And so for you guys, when you're building a character and you have to kind of then at some point in the season have in the back of your mind that they're actively being hunted, what for you is the most fun aspect to play of the character? That or the survival instinct that they all have to go into initially.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Or um, I think with me, I decided to take the survival tactic for sure, and I think that my character does rely a lot on her husband, Dan. So I tried to play that as much as possible. Yeah.
Um, yeah, for me, I think, characters that are in a room together that don't know each other, it's always about a process of exploration. It's
Mhm.
everything is new information to them. I think what's really interesting about this show is you ramp the stakes up to the fact that one of us is a murderer. That exploration is fascinating to watch, and it's so much fun. And any bit of information or any action is being scrutinized constantly by the group, and some people, members of the group, see something that someone else doesn't see, and then that raises suspicion, and that's constantly going on, which I think makes the show really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. One, Jan, I want to say you, the only smart person, because that first night, everyone else was like, I'm gonna sleep outside. And she was like, no, I'm gonna sleep in the plane. And the minute I saw the snake slithering, I was like, she's correct.
Yeah.
Being in a plane, like I'm not sleeping outside. But when you like, how much do those little things like in a script help you guys clue into who these people are? Because she is, like you said, she's very close with her husband. She's leaning on him a lot, but also they are the only two smart people in my opinion because they slept in plane.
I don't think for her that was like an actively smart decision. I think for her, she was just being precious. And she has a very privileged lifestyle. She probably doesn't want to be around spiders and things like that. This is, totally out of her comfort zone.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Well, I will give her credit for being
yeah,
smart for that because
thank
I was
you.
like, girl, there's snakes. She's right.
Yeah.
Why are you all sleeping on the hard ground? And then a murder happens. Um, but Adam, I do love that he's sitting straight up in an airplane seat when we do get to see you in the plane. And I was like, good for him. That also would not be me. But
Yeah.
like he is being very supportive. How like do those things help you in like making figuring out their relationship though, and like how these two characters support each other or love each other?
Yeah, definitely. I think in that first episode, what's more interesting about Dan in that first episode is what he doesn't say.
Hmm.
Everybody's sharing in this sharing circle and getting to know each other because they think there's some utility in it. And he actively decides that I ain't telling any of you a thing, which indicates to me that from the get go, he's suspicious of everybody. He's identified early on that the biggest threat to us right now is everyone else. And he's maybe the first to recognize that.
Hmm. Yeah. One, I also love that this show is unfortunately timely with planes right now. And I already don't like flying, so I was like, we're just ticking them boxes in 2025. But has made making this show made you grab the like seat handles a little bit tighter when turbulence happens, or were you like, I could survive a plane crash? I've done it on a television show now.
I've always been a nervous flyer, so it's probably made me worse, to be honest. I always
Like,
think of the worst things before takeoff. Um, but yeah, I mean, as much fun as it was shooting the actual crash, because there's lots of like movie magic involved and wind machines and whatnot. Like you do afterwards, I did sit back and think like this is actually terrifying if this were to
really?
actually happen. And yeah.
Like I've always had a weird fear of the moment where the oxygen masks drop out of the
Mhm.
plane.
Yeah.
I thought, like, I really don't want to see that in real life.
Yeah.
That happens, like, I'm in trouble. So just seeing it constantly happen when we were filming the plane crash was quite disturbing.
Yeah.
That was the moment when it got real in that plane, I think.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. For a last thing, I like asking this question. So we as the audience get to follow along on the whodunit, and we get to play along. But now you guys know, and you don't get to play along. Is that upsetting to you that you don't get to play along in the whodunit, or do you like being the ones who have the answers?
it's amazing having the answer, watching it, and still not being able to see it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. No, I
That's
agree.
good. I like that a lot. Well, thank you guys so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it. And
Thank
I
you.
can't wait for everyone to get to see Nine Bodies.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.